Someone told me I should make a list. People like lists, Dorothy. 10 things. Keep it simple. Fine. You want a list? I'll give you a list. But I'm 103 years old, and I've never done anything the simple way. So don't expect this to be like those other videos where some soft-spoken person tells you to give yourself permission to be happy. I don't have time for that. And honestly, neither do you. You clicked on this because you're over 50 and something feels off. Maybe you can't name it yet. Maybe you're still telling yourself everything's fine. But something brought you here. And I'm going to assume it's because some part of you knows you're screwing up your life and you want someone to tell you the truth. So here it is. From someone who screwed up for 80 years before she figured anything out. 1. Stop pretending your marriage is fine when it isn't. I'm starting here because it's the one nobody wants to talk about. I was married 3 times. Robert from 1947 to 1955 when he died. Charles from 1958 to 2000. Frank from 2003 until 2 years ago. That's 77 years of marriage to 3 different men. You want to know how many of those years I was actually happy? Maybe 4. And most of those were in the first 6 months of each marriage before reality set in. Here's what I did. I stayed. I stayed with Robert even though he drank and had a temper, and I walked on eggshells for 8 years. When he died in a mill accident, I told everyone I was devastated. I wasn't. I was relieved. But you couldn't say that in 1955. Then I married Charles 3 years later because I was terrified of being a single mother. Charles was safe. Boring, but safe. We had 42 years together, and I cannot remember a single real conversation. Not one. We existed in the same house. We raised kids. We went through the motions. And I told myself that was enough. It wasn't enough. It was just familiar. If you're in a marriage right now that's fine, and I mean that word specifically, fine, because that's the word people use when things aren't good, but they're not bad enough to leave. I want you to ask yourself something. Is this what you want the rest of your life to look like? Another 20, 30 years of fine? I'm not telling you to get divorced. I'm telling you to stop lying to yourself. Either fix it or leave it or make peace with it, but stop pretending. The pretending is what kills you. The pretending is what makes you wake up at 103 wondering where your life went. 2. Stop saving money like you're going to live forever and then refusing to spend it like you're going to die tomorrow. I have money, more than I need. I worked as a nurse for 45 years, saved diligently, invested carefully. And you know what I did with it? Nothing. My second husband, Charles, wanted to travel. He talked about Europe for years. Paris, Rome, the Swiss Alps. Every time he brought it up, I said no. Too expensive. What if we need it later? What if there's an emergency? Charles died in 2000. I have never left Pennsylvania. Not once in 103 years. I still have the money. It sits in accounts. It grows. And I sit in this facility looking at statements, knowing I could have seen the world, and instead I saw the inside of my living room for 6 decades. But here's the other side of it, and this is important. I also spent money on complete garbage, face creams, hair dye, anti-aging treatments that promised to make me look younger. Thousands of dollars over the years, trying to stop the inevitable. I'm 103. I look 103. All those creams did nothing except make some company rich. So I wouldn't spend money on experiences, but I'd spend it on vanity. I wouldn't spend it on living, but I'd spend it on pretending I wasn't aging. That's the trap. You hoard money for the things that matter and waste it on the things that don't. Look at your bank statements from the last year. Where did your money actually go? Did it go toward memories or toward stuff? Did it go toward living or toward fear? 3. Stop waiting for retirement to start living. This one makes me angry because I see it everywhere. People treating life like it's a waiting room. I'll travel when I retire. I'll spend time with my grandkids when I retire. I'll finally do what I want when I retire. And then they retire and they're too tired, or too sick, or too scared, or they've forgotten what they even wanted because they spent 40 years putting it off. I worked until I was 70. I was a damn good nurse. Head nurse at Pittsburgh General by 35, nurse practitioner by 45, published in journals, trained hundreds of nurses. My career was the one thing I got right, but even I fell into this trap. I told myself I'd travel after retirement. I'd take up hobbies. I'd slow down and enjoy life. I retired at 70 in 1993. That was 32 years ago. I still haven't been anywhere. I never took up those hobbies. I just replaced work with television and waiting. If you're working right now and telling yourself the good part starts later, it doesn't. The good part is now or it's never. There is no later that's better than today. There's just later and later and later until there's no more time left. What's one thing you've been putting off? Do it this month, not this year, this month. I don't care if it's small. Book the trip. Sign up for the class. Call the person. Stop waiting. 4. Stop trying to change people. I destroyed my relationship with my son William trying to change him. William was sensitive, artistic. He liked to draw, liked poetry, cried easily, and I spent his entire childhood trying to beat it out of him. Not physically, I wasn't that kind of mother, but I tried to beat it out of his spirit. Stop being so sensitive, William. That's not how men act. Toughen up. Be practical. I was trying to protect him. That's what I told myself. The world is cruel to sensitive boys, and I was preparing him for it. But you know what I was actually doing? Being cruel to him myself, so the world wouldn't have to. William died of cancer in 1987. He was 45 years old. And on his deathbed, I will never forget this, never, not if I live another 103 years. He apologized to me. He said, "I'm sorry I wasn't the son you wanted." My son died thinking he disappointed me, and he did disappoint me, but only because I had stupid expectations that had nothing to do with who he actually was. Who are you trying to change right now? Your spouse? Your kids? Your grandkids? Stop it. You're not protecting them. You're rejecting them. And they know it. They feel it, even if they never say it. 5. Stop holding grudges. I had a best friend named Margaret Novak. We met in nursing school in 1942. She was my person for 45 years. We survived the polio epidemic together. She was at my wedding. I was at hers. Our kids grew up together. She knew everything about me. In 1987, the same year William died, actually, we had a fight. I don't even remember what started it. Something stupid. Something about her daughter and some comment I made. It escalated. We both said things we shouldn't have, and instead of apologizing, I stopped speaking to her. For 8 years. 8 years of silence over a fight I can't even remember. Margaret died in 1995. Heart attack. I found out from a mutual friend. I wasn't at the funeral because I didn't know until it was over. I didn't get to say goodbye. I didn't get to apologize. I didn't get to tell her that 45 years of friendship mattered more than whatever stupid thing we fought about. Pride. That's what it was. I was too proud to apologize first. And now I've had 30 years to think about it and exactly 0 chances to fix it. Who are you not speaking to right now? Call them. Today. I don't care who was right. I don't care who should apologize first. Dead people don't care about who was right. And you're going to be dead someday, and so are they. And this grudge will mean nothing except that you lost time you can't get back. 6. Stop neglecting your health while obsessing over your age. This one's going to sound contradictory, so pay attention. I spent a fortune trying not to look old. Face creams, hair dye, treatments, procedures. I was terrified of aging, terrified of wrinkles, gray hair, looking like an old woman. But you know what I didn't do? Exercise. Eat well. Take care of my actual body instead of just the outside of it. I obsessed over looking young while doing nothing to actually be healthy. And now I'm 103, I look 103, and I have arthritis and bad knees and trouble walking because I never prioritized my physical health when it mattered. Stop buying anti-aging cream and start going for walks. Stop worrying about wrinkles and start worrying about your heart. You're going to get old. That's not optional. But how you feel when you're old, that part you can control, at least somewhat. I watch people here in this facility, the ones who exercised, who stayed active, who took care of themselves, they're doing better. The ones who didn't, who sat around, who let their bodies decay while they focused on their faces, they're struggling. I'm in that second group. Don't be me. 7. Stop working at a job you hate just because it's stable. Now, I said my career was the one thing I got right, but I need to complicate that. I wanted to be a doctor. In 1940, when I was 17, I told my guidance counselor I wanted to go to medical school. He laughed at me, actually laughed, said nursing was more appropriate for a young lady. So I became a nurse, and I was good at it, really good. But it was always the closest to what I wanted thing, not the actual thing. And that followed me my whole life, settling for close enough. I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow. I'm saying stop lying to yourself about whether you like it. Stop pretending stability is the same as satisfaction. If you're 50 or 55 or 60 and you hate what you do, you might have 10 or 15 more working years. That's a long time to be miserable for a paycheck. Is there something closer to what you actually want? Not the responsible choice, the real one. 8. Stop watching the news all day. I'm going to be blunt here. Watching the news for 5 hours a day is not being informed. It's being poisoned. I see it in this facility. The people who sit in front of the television watching news all day, they're anxious, angry, scared, convinced the world is ending. The people who don't, they're calmer, happier, more present. The news is designed to scare you because scared people keep watching. That's the business model. Fear equals attention equals money. You can stay informed in 30 minutes a day. Everything after that is just feeding anxiety. Turn it off. Go outside. Talk to a real person. The world is not as terrible as the news makes it seem. And even if it is, you watching more coverage isn't going to fix it. 9. Stop treating your adult children like they're still children. I controlled William. I tried to mold him into what I thought a man should be. Even when he was 40 years old, I was still giving him unsolicited advice, still criticizing his choices, still treating him like he needed my guidance to survive. He didn't need my guidance. He needed my acceptance. And I gave him criticism instead. If you have adult children, they are adults. They don't need you to fix their marriages, manage their finances, or tell them how to raise their kids. They need you to love them and trust them and shut up once in a while. I know that's hard. I know you think you know better. Maybe you do. But being right is not the same as being helpful. And being controlling is not the same as being loving, even when it comes from a good place. 10. Stop living like you have unlimited time. I saved the most important one for last. I'm 103. Most people don't make it this far. But you know what? Even 103 years isn't enough when you've wasted 80 of them. I wasted time in marriages I didn't care about, wasted time holding grudges, wasted time trying to change people, wasted time saving money I never spent, wasted time being afraid of things that never happened. And now I sit here in this facility with maybe a year left or maybe a week, nobody knows. And I look back at all that wasted time and I want to scream. You don't have unlimited time. Neither do the people you love. Your parents, if they're still alive, have less time than you think. Your spouse has less time than you think. Your kids, your friends, you yourself, all of it is finite. Stop acting like there's always tomorrow to fix things, say things, do things. There isn't always tomorrow. Sometimes there's just today, and then nothing. I don't say this to scare you. I say it to wake you up. Because I sleepwalked through 80 years, and now I'm awake. And it's too late for me, but it's not too late for you. So there's your list. 10 things. The person who told me to make it said to keep it simple. I don't think I did that. But simple doesn't save lives. Complicated does. Honest does. Blunt does. You're going to forget most of this by tomorrow. That's fine. That's human. But if you remember one thing, remember this. You can live to 103 and still waste your life. I did. Don't be me. Now get off this video and go do something that actually matters. I'm serious. Right now. Go.